Wow. Pressure on TINUBU from northern governors and other parties to remove Akpabio as Senate president. Of course, he's behaving like we don't know. The guy actually does not have the decorum, or he's not even maintaining the decorum of a Senate president, the number 3 citizen of Nigeria. No, 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 no. Nigerians are not foolish as such. Amid the scandal surrounding the 3.7 trillion naira budget pardon, northern governors and other stakeholders, are putting pressure on Tinubu to remove Akpabio as Senate president. According to Sahara reporters, President Bola Tinubu is under pressure from regional governors and other interested parties to remove Senate President Godswill Akpabio or suffer severe political repercussions. Sahara reporters also learned that President Tinubu was becoming increasingly involved in the political scene as a result of NINGI's suspension. So Senate President Akpabio had predicted that the budget pardon matter would not generate as much heat as it has, according to top sources in the National Assembly who spoke with Sahara reporter. The Nigerian political climate is heating up in a way that Akpabio did not anticipate because of Senator NINGI's suspension. President Tinubu's temper is starting to flare. Wow. So he's having increased temper. So the actions taken by Akpabio and his colleagues in the National Assembly have President Tinubu not happy. Sahara reporters were informed by a source that Tinubu is under pressure from northern governors to remove Akpabio or risk a civil war. Can you imagine? So according to Senator NINGI of the Bauchi Central Senatorial District, the 2024 budget has been inflated by 3.7 trillion naira according to a recent People Democratic Party platform. So instead of using the National Assembly's approved budget, the senator said that the Senate leadership had bloated the one that is currently in effect. So public outcry was sparked by the accusation, but the congressman maintained that the 3.7 trillion could not possibly be included in the 2024 budget. So he claimed that the budget that is being implemented is not the one that was approved by the National Assembly and that there are 2 budgets in circulation. No be lie. So NINGI claimed that President Tinubu's administration was carrying out a budget that was much larger than what the National Assembly had approved in an interview with BBC Hausa Service, what you all know. So he argued that rather than the 28.7 trillion being executed, the 25 trillion budget was discussed and approved. So Senator NINGI's assertions were refuted by the presidency in a statement released by Bayo Nanoga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy. So Nanoga maintained that on November 29, 2023, President Tinubu never submitted a budget of 25 trillion, but rather a budget of 27.5 trillion, which was composed of 9.92 trillion for recurrent spending, 8.52 trillion for debt payment, and 8.7 trillion for capital expenditures. Sahara reporters had previously reported that Senator Agom Jarigbe, the member for the Cross River North Senatorial District, had disclosed that a few senior senators had received 500 million naira each from the budget. So in the midst of controversy surrounding Senator NINGI's claim of budget pardon, Senator Jarigbe made the revelation on the Senate floor last Tuesday. So the Senate President Godswill Akpabio's administration has come under fire from many Nigerians over the purported fraud. So after a boisterous meeting on Tuesday, the Senate suspended Senator NINGI for 3 months due to the budget pardon accusation, according to a report from Sahara reporters. Yeah, they said it's the privileged information that he released to the public. They didn't suspend NINGI because the accusation was wrong. They said that they suspended him because he released the privileged information to the public. That is a breach of privileged information. That is the reason they suspended him. So not longer after NINGI was suspended, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barau, and a few other legislators had a private meeting at the Senate House with President Tinubu. A civic organization called the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has threatened to sue the president over NINGI suspension in the meantime. So in order to counteract the perceived imbalance, Sahara Reporters has also learned that President Tinubu has been asked by the North to require Akpabio to direct a portion of the contentious 3.7 trillion to regional projects. It was discovered that in the midst of all of these, Tinubu had given Akpabio a deadline to bring back Senator NINGI, who had been suspended. So as a means of balancing the unbalanced budget, the North is requesting that Tinubu direct some of the 3.7 trillion increased to the budget to projects that will help the North. So one of the sources claimed that Tinubu had given Akpabio a deadline to reinstate Senator NINGI. So in the meantime, Akpabio and his senatorial delegation are traveling to Lagos today to have a meeting with senior editors. So the idea is to see the editors and persuade them to begin producing uplifting stories about the Senate, according to a source. Last week, there emerged news that Akpabio had been granted permission by the Nigerian government to spend 2.5 billion on deep freezers, generators, and other items as part of his constituency's empowerment programs. So the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs included 5 distinct empowerment initiatives for the residents of Akwa Northwest Senatorial District, each costing 500 million. So according to a screenshot of the budget that was posted on X by well-known social media critic Mahdi Shehu. So 2.5 billion naira approved for Akpabio to purchase deep freezers for his constituency. Miracles never cease. Regardless, with Akpabio, everything is conceivable given his track record and the fact that he became Senate president without running for office. So the screenshot was titled "Disgusting" by Mahdi. So one project aims to empower women by providing them with deep freezers, generators, and other empowerment items. The initiatives will help them boost their daily earnings in the 2 local governments of Northwest Senatorial District, valued at 250 million naira each, Ekono and Abak local government areas. And these are Anang territories because Akpabio is actually an Anang man. Now wow, Nigeria. So now the northern governors and some key political figures in the north have threatened Tinubu to get Akpabio removed or face a civil war. That is the threat that we are talking about here now. It's a serious one, I tell you the truth. Okay, so people are writing here. Somebody said, whatever is the case, Akpabio must be told to show some seriousness in performing his duties. He comments and handles issues like someone with below average intelligence. That's exactly what he is. So, not be lie. He lacks that intelligence. He's behaving like a baby. Whose interest are you representing? The North, the Akpabio is from the South, and nothing will remove him. You are pursuing a Northern agenda. It will not work. Okay, that is a comment from a Southerner. And somebody says, see this one. So we will allow them to spend our money this way. You are a disgrace to this generation, a tribal by God, tribalistic by God. So it's a very serious matter. Why Northern governors, Northern group, Northern this and that all the time? Nigeria is a heterogeneous society, not exclusively a Northern business. Okay, not exclusively of any group governance at tiers, should be all inclusive. I know what this guy is right to, irrespective of the region. So everybody should be involved. And obviously take Northern governors and Tinubu out of your propaganda. There is absolutely nothing as such. Okay, the only pressure is Opera News and Sahara Reporters, which are likened to a storm in a teacup. Can you imagine? Senator Akpabio will complete his 4 years tenure nothing will happen. President Tinubu only flare in your wildest and unrealistic imagination. Say fake news. Okay. Oh. Somebody's already saying that this Akpabio, is he the only person from South, or he is the only one that will be the Senate President of Nigeria? That is it. If he leaves, another Southerner should be a Senate President. That is it. Change him, find someone else from the South, and do the job. Now, I just pity this because the Senate President is not actually behaving like a matured, experienced politician. The way he's working is putting South in shame, and that is very bad. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment.